It's
it's all about pain, it's all about destruction and the day.
live from the Northwest Studios, and it's the Duffy Show, starring Alex Duffy, with this week's special guest, a man who won't be getting divorced until after he has children, Alex Duffy!
It's all about me, we're all that we have, and all we foresee, or better, all that God
Might not be a lot, but that's all there is to life.
First. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Some people think the facts of was the Alex Duffy song. Some people think different strokes had a child just way there because it's the Alex Duffy, Alex Duffy, Alex Duffy, Alex Duffy, 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 the Alex Duffy Show, where the comics go, where the comics go.
What?
That was spectacular!
Yes, it
That's
was.
the best theme song we've ever done.
I think so.
And there's this spider crawling.
Cool.
What the hell is that?
There have been a lot of spiders lately. My friend's been sending me these paranoid spider webs.
Oh, did you see that? Like the whole hand's just, no way.
It was horrifying.
Easily, no way.
Disgusting.
Well, that it is. August 5th, 2003. I am Alex Duffy, and Steve Lyon is...
Oh, still looking for his wife.
Foot. Get a Duffy cat to find it.
He's too much of a pussy. Literally.
First time! No, just kidding. Well, folks, we have a wonderful funny guest. As usual,
Talented.
yes. First of all, to date the show, we have to comment on current events.
We do.
And it is that Colin Powell will not have a second term.
Will not. But then he said today that the rumors of him leaving was possible.
The rumor.
Yes.
It just wouldn't be the Bush administration without Colin Powell. That's
Wow,
you know,
yeah.
It just wouldn't be the thing, right?
The one element of legitimacy in the whole system they got going there.
Decency and honesty. I know.
Oh, that's just mine.
Yeah, I would think so too. I think actually he's probably the only Republican I'd ever vote for.
Yep.
But
I agree with you there.
what can you do? Oh, what's the other big news?
Other big news.
The recall.
Ah, yes.
I just had a run.
Run! The 25.
The 35.
Oh, 35.
That's
You're too cheap.
I could have actually. You know what? They would have let you finance it with a credit.
Really?
It needs the money that bad. Really.
Larry Flint threw his hat in the ring. Kind of huffing.
You know, there are two great days.
Really?
Yeah, two people whose
Nice.
names are great Davis. Unlike Irving,
Right.
who's actually named Joseph Davis.
Right.
We live in head time.
Yes, we do.
And the state finally has a...
Could be a California resident.
I know. It's like the hippie crackpot day. Yeah. Still to the day.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we are going to introduce the one, the only, and she is the last one. Will make you... Oh! Lesley! Oh!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fabulous screen.
Thank you. I got this from of rednecks called Northern California and part of the first state.
Story. I like stories.
I'm actually I'm not another like liberal and conservative, but I went and made a little documentary on these guys. They're really cool.
You put that back because you know the link to it from their
Yeah.
website. You put that back up.
That's right. I got to
Because they'll link it now.
Yeah. I got a server. These actual redneck guys, cool by the way. They had a legitimate reason to make it for state. But I'm not. I mean, they're caught in the shirts, and those guys are cool.
If you have a follow if you don't love them?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I would have my own thing one day.
Why not?
You know,
The depression.
I actually have my own book into the book of that.
But that's not too late.
You guys got my own season thing like that. Do you have a problem?
The prophecy now, but later got something exciting to tell the universe coming up at the end.
Reading hearts. Huh? Where are you from originally?
Can you tell? Accent?
You are Texas.
Exactly. I'm from Pennsylvania. And not because I was one in my class, but because obviously the most I was chosen to be the Victorian. I watched my graduate speech. It a little something. I'm laughing. Around the film. The Philly actor.
You beat it out of your voice, moving to California.
I love you. It's not a big state. Or state.
I CW Field by Philadelphia.
Okay.
Prize 1 week in Philadelphia. Second prize 2 in Philadelphia.
Which actually, what is on me was great impression, and second impression, awesome.
Oh.
That was of course my friend Jason. You would love him. He's a great.
McLaughlin. We know a Christmas.
Interesting.
And we know him from Sonic Foundry.
Yeah.
I would talk with everybody. Yes, that guy. Yes.
There's lots of
Gary.
Gary McLaughlin.
Yes.
For one Gary, I didn't.
Sorry, Gary.
Tell us about the comic scene in LA, since you are such a part of it, since you are a booker.
Woohoo! Well, I mean, I started off as
And a comedian. First.
Yes, of course.
Comedian first. Booker second.
well, it could be at the same time. Usually, I started off writing, very like Sweet Valley and Recess.
Sweet Valley.
Yeah, I don't know about me.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are you talking about the Olsen twins?
Talking about I am those girls are rich.
And
Oh,
they're growing up, becoming, well, the object of many men's fancies.
Till they turn.
I follow. They do follow. I'm not just talking the papers. That I decided it's time to try some stand up. I want to, get more involved. I love control freak. I decided to starting the room. All that kind of stuff.
Right.
I 3 different kinds of rooms
Nothing like
in
your own
town.
show, seriously.
It's really
From talent? Something else?
we have a ticket for the Comedy Union days at 8. I think
In Los Angeles, California,
Yeah.
from across good hits from around the world.
right 50-40 was Pico and she and it promotes female comics. I'll tell you why, Alex, because when I first I'd be going to the store, other venues around town, and I'd be lucky, 1 or 2 women on the thought. I want to create a place where women can be equal to men. I don't want to bulk a girl, maybe, but I want them in half men, and
Right.
it's now come to my show at 50-40 West Boat. And they go, I'm in one place, and they're all funny, and it's all.
I pay to see that. Hell yeah. Yeah.
It was silent on
Not
that.
very. Either.
Oh,
They
wait.
put their clothes on, too.
Exactly. Wrestling is
Oh,
yeah. Whoa! It's a lot of fun. What I found running the rooms is that you need to have some sort of hook or something. So that's my show.
Right.
The show at the Hollywood Improv right on Melwood, where Hollywood Improv called All Ivy Comedy, and I started that because very active alumni university.
Wow.
So that's
Excuse
like
me.
the excuse.
How many I was correct.
Sweetie, you see how I'm thinking about when you're talking, kind of trying. I know about politics, but it's always just a sucker and so active in everything. I thought, why not be in that whole that's interesting in meeting and making a comment? And it just picked. So now we have first Tuesday at the Hollywood Improv. It's all Ivy.
Hollywood Improv, the world's famous club. Go there.
You're excited.
Wow.
Who was our guest last week?
James P. Collins.
He does my time, Jim. I love him. Upper crusty.
Yes, cool.
Yes,
Cool.
yes. Yeah. Now you've done writing as well.
Yes, I love comedy writing.
That's when you sit down full of and you're there.
I knew it was going to be a long row when coming from nowhere. One of my first writings was for a show called, of course, you get pranked and Girls Behave and other shows, but the first hidden show ever, and I was the only female on staff. And interesting, not feminine, the sugar daddy, is that I was female, like the romance shows and kind of shows people like a guy's humor, and I'd say, why don't I be fun sense of humor?
Right.
That all started with other comedy writing that I've done a lot of freelance, so I've been someone.
You're a freelancer.
I love the
dream.
It's the dream.
It's the dream I've guts to have.
You do though, but you have the studio.
Yeah, but it was a long.
It was.
But I want to ask you a question. There are 7 major world religions.
Yes.
Roughly Judaism, monotheistic. Then you've got Confucianism, Hinduism,
yes.
and
yes.
all of them, men are the major figures in their religion.
Why
woman is the major?
Holy Madonna. Sorry. You skipped one.
Almost.
That is a great question. I think is the figure Kabbalah. I think we. Right. I'm talking about the real. I'm talking about. Is she?
Yeah.
With Missy.
Yes. I love Missy at the pause. Eve. Porn movies.
Oh,
I like to get to know you.
Women equal in the world. Why is no religion with this major figure?
Well, I mean, obviously, you said it would have to be a new religion that was started.
Yes.
It's like the theology or something. But L. Ron would that happen? See, L. Ron,
he was a major one.
We could cross-dress, and we could have the first. Yes, no, I didn't mean it.
You're done at this time.
I know.
Expand for the career.
Religions and things like that. I think what happens is religion, talk show, more comfortable with man.
Really?
There's got to be a penis soft.
I'm going to agree with that.
Yeah.
Countries are so world.
Oh no.
Almost every one of them is run by a man. Now, why is it? If women ran countries, it would be a lot better, I think.
Well, I nurture thing, and it's the whole that women want to be the people behind them nurture that's to take care of her, and inherently that has not been something I've run into trouble. I actually do which I joke about saying we're taught. I went to an all-girls school for 14 years. We're taught to be the president of the class, the captain of lacrosse team, and they all turn out really aggressive, and then one doesn't understand. And we don't get the man, and we don't get the thing. It's women be the earth mother, the grounding. Men are meant to go out there and the voice. I don't agree with it. I think Hillary would be a damn president, right? Or my mother. My mother is everything. She'd be a great, I think.
Well, at least with women comes, and that's a step in the right direction. Women need to get. It's not like I'm a feminist. I'm a male. I'm glad. I don't know if I'm glad within the generation of men are still in the world. I just think I don't think they start as many wars.
Well, I mean, there's so many jokes, so many comments have said about they don't want to have a woman being able to touch the button if they're on pants. And I gotta say, I cycle so much. I don't know what I do, but I. It's
it's a good one.
But I mean,
women would bring a little headedness things that is not there.
How many?
Oh no, I don't know.
I just think they would resort less to violence, but that's just me.
Interestingly enough, what I found is the women leaders are as vile as men, because to be a leader, every one of us, like you could have male in you than male potentially, and I could be more male than. No, I'm not saying you are driven by.
That's why my wife's not.
I can't help you there. With the gender thing, being is a male quality, whether you're woman or man. So you see any power of any network and people, all these seminars.
Right.
They all have to be as if they're men. And actually, keeping on note, you look at all really female comics, they're all very male. Look at them. None of them are female. Rita Run, who has a wonderful show and is very fun, sort of capitalizes on that. She's the only one.
Made a chick out of it, though.
Exactly, parody of feminism or female equality. Ellen, Brett, Bub, Roseanne, they're very male because to feed that, you got to be.
Actually, it's true because men will just walk all over you, and part of your comedy, you write about the race, and I hear some of it. What do you want to pick it as a subject? And second of all, let's hear some of it.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm fascinated. Not only have I dated more than God, I haven't had a lounge for whatever reason. Must be the guys all in life. But, you know, too complicated. You're like the being believed. They want to be pleased. They want to do everything. So I just want to perform for men. It's too much. You know, your wife's trying to be right now. Right. So you're boom, boom, in and out. I'm in bed with a guy. They always want to. Come on, what you want? Come on. Show me what you. Tell me what you want. Turn to the bed. Out the barn. Open it up to page 4. Be like, see that cashmere sweater? I'll make it happen. Yeah, that's what we call shtickle. He sent me a soccer. But I just want phone sex and I love food. Do you like the phone sex?
Oh, come on. Come on.
I'll tell you what phone sex. Tell me if I'm wrong. It's the only time you have sex and you eat corned beef special without getting a weird look. Got a little coleslaw. Adds this. Have you seen it? I love talking about dating and all that, but I'm a yen. You know what? I mean, came out about marry my parent. I wanted to have a show where the Yenta gets to pick who date, but they said, work now. Look.
Now it's the networks are filled with a lot of quality and that kind of. It's cheaper to produce. Face it. You know, you just turn on the camera and hey, Andy Warhol discovered in 1960 how much people. Hey, go.
And aren't people more interesting than craft? I mean, that's what I was even.
Yes and no. Even I learned early on not just interview anything.
That is true.
Because hey, don't put anybody else. That's what we thought. Everybody's interested. No, they're not. Minutes. Comedians 30 minutes.
Well, that's their special time. And that's why their observation, they're looking at real people in real life. No material if they didn't look at not comics set up and tell a story that's not real. You smell it, get the laugh. I feel like I really pulled things from real life, and people with you. You were asking religion, or my dad, who's a full poet and a little kooky the crazy, and you know, I wish I was raised that he found Jesus, and I thought that's great. I finally found too bad Jesus is a training order. This guy, yeah. But it's hard. I mean, it's hard to delve in family stuff. People say, Leslie, start delving into the family stuff. That's when money's really good. Budgeting behind all comics, there is a need have approval and a need to perform. You know, it's when the comic really get to the that you. Oh, that's real because I couldn't live that.
Right. Well, okay, what is it today that just makes you, you know, oh, it's so grim? What do you find funny in your life? What's grim when they're knocking the buildings of airplanes and all that kind of stuff? It's
so for me sometimes because I'm very a sensitive girl. So for all I'm happy and funny, I get deeper depression parts too. I thought just there's such irony. I'm a huge flirter. Do you go to markets?
I don't.
But
go.
His wife doesn't like that.
Yeah. Seems a little.
She is. This tall, and she runs my.
Yeah, but I'd like them to go, and on any given day, meet a cast of characters who are dying to tell you their story, shifting things, and you love talking about you, so people can look and view and see it. I love going and finding an old ashtray from the '60s or some piece of value from somewhere. What's evolved? What things are so when we think my little comedy show is important or some data I had so important, then you get perspective and you're whoa, just a whole story.
Yeah, I mean, on the physical level, basically, we exist.
And I do.
There is a gap, a line of non-existence going, a line of non-existence going. That gap.
We only have right now, Alex. Duffy.
Yes.
This is the moment.
This is it.
And we're going to start a song from Arizona. And I love it. Friends are great music. That's actually another. I mean, honestly, I'm very inspired by the musical. It's the guy who wrote it, and it was pretty right after he just thought it's so many books and things are posthumously or whatever the right. Interesting. You know what the thing is? I haven't put enough thought.
Well, my head's possible. It says no.
That's because your heart's physical. It's not your head and your spirit still thinking.
It's possible.
But I do in karma, and I do in feels and instinct. Because the more I get in touch with my instinct, the happier I'm living my life. Because that's when you walk into a room that you'll get a sense person, like I meet this person. That could be all about this life. And I do believe
more.
I do believe a little something out of $1 or
5 cents.
Right. We keep reading till we get it right.
No, what's part of my what's Kabbalah?
I don't know. More spiritual side of Judaism.
Okay.
I want to go and learn more. I am really spiritual, and I haven't really used Judaism to my for conversation times of you're supposed to do religion and stuff like that too. But I believe that with Kabbalah, there's levels of existence. You keep on and being you've learned which is why some
a lot of Hindu.
Yeah, like some might be kinder or like not have this inclination to steal or cheat where someone likes full husbands. What I don't. And then learning, and that's why you've got to have compassion for people who do bad things, spite for their just evolution than you. That's how it goes. Sweating.
There's theory in physics, right?
Okay.
There's an infinite amount of parallels, which means there's an infinite amount of wolves. Having this
Bed.
now,
Yes.
except some will go on to fame fortune, some will go on to live better, but most of them will go on to we're going to become. That's kind of like this middle. So the thing is, the kid, you can figure what is the wolf who becomes president of the world? That's what the kid do, and you can imagine how to follow that path, and you go figure out what the who becomes successful. That one, I'm trying to figure out because that one's going to go to like Texas Tower with the gun. I know that most of them are going to often allow quiet mediocrity and just disappear.
I like that. Quiet mediocrity for something.
Yes. I mean, novel, right? It's called mediocrity.
See, that's the Duffy just popped in here.
Yes, but I'm saying with the difference, I get university. I picked up through university theology, and he went off on a whole different tangent.
Well, that does sound like a movie I wanted to write. Just the simplicity, a simple street corner, whether you that way or that way, changes your life forever. Ever read a movie called Chestnut Grove on film? That went.
Is it on now?
Can we watch?
Yeah, well, I hope it's out.
Do you have an IMDb listing? Does she see?
Check it out.
Love IMDb listing. That is the legitimate.
Listen, the reason I bring it up is because the whole theme of the movie is single choice we make. The fact I came to have you tonight will not that, but it kept getting right there, getting whatever, getting food poisoning from the which leads to thing, and it's out if you start, but every choice to the next thing, wrong choice.
Wrong choice, and I mean, there's no morals. I could kill somebody. Well, it was okay.
Well, that might be for what you need.
Then you get, so now he kill it was okay. He made a choice, but it was, you can live with it.
Well, I go there. I'll. This is comedy. It's
exactly. No, I'm just a philosophical.
I was thinking on a less of a cerebral level, in that we make like a ham sandwich or go to the gym. Those choices, kill a 4 by the road, or eat a ham sandwich. No, I didn't. That's
what else strikes you as funny about this?
Say it again.
Strikes you as funny?
What else? People funny?
Yeah. What else? Humans?
I think you just. I got to tell you, childbirth. Is a baby, and I've always been like, baby. I babysit my gorgeous Stephen and for an hour, and I'll get the nunnery because it's a lot of stress like that. Living organisms come from people's bones. Suck on their breasts, and borrow their car. It makes sense. That happens. Honestly, it freaks me out when you start really thinking about. You look at your mom, you're just, you are getting on my. I came out of my now. I can't be mad.
I see a baby that's about 3 weeks. It's almost like as if it just popped out of the room. It's like a lawnmower.
A little numeral thing counting around going.
It's almost like someone got the little thing lawnmower just and there it is. It's alive.
It's amazing.
It's like it keeps running and running and running and running. It's like, whoa! It doesn't stop until finally goes up and gets done.
And I got to say, I am a huge fan of Angelina Jolie. Gia, rent it, even if you're not.
Oh no, she's hot.
But she's the best. She's obsessed with adopted son Maddox. I read all the time, like on the jungle tigers and.
Wow.
And there's
Ty.
Maddox.
Yes.
Ty.
It's Ty. He's adopted.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought you said it was Ty.
Oh, you didn't.
Tomb Raider? Not
good.
No.
Sorry, Angie.
Sorry.
We
love
are
body.
anti-nugget, don't we? I thought she said, yes, we sleep in the same hotel room together so he doesn't get lonely, and they're attached at the hip. And I said, you gotta be not to draw, making our the basis of our happiness, or giving them the tools they need to be the happiness. I mean, I'm not even close, but I look for motherhood, you know.
Oh, it will happen. It will happen. Yes,
And
yes.
we'll see again. No, it's gonna happen right now.
One day we'll have urge. You're gonna internal urge. It's called
What?
I'm turning.
Oh shit!
That's what. You ever see that?
Thanks for 20.
Yeah, you see a 30 go. Okay. 9. And then you.
How old are you, Duffy?
I'm 38.
Interesting. You look very young, Lyle.
That's a
You
baby
bought.
fat.
Okay, we can go. I'm on that tip.
One. Now we get to the closing question.
Alex stuff.
The patented Alex Duffy question. If you come up your view of the universe in a sentence or two, in a funny way, what would it be?
Ask me this. Ask me what's my philosophy universe of life. My name is Lesley Wolff, as you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match two of my favorite that like me being Virginia and Bad Wolf, and the two things I try to get people with selfism and if they listen to you, blow their house.
Yeah.
Very good.
Nice.
Selfish altruism means I've been a little bit of a victim of that and philanthropic and do people, but it's to get your own good.
Sure.
So I don't apply living selfish altruism, but that's my view of the universe. People all helping each other to get top. People that they're to get to help them, they bulldoze them over like the big bad wolf.
If you're helping some top, you get to grab the raft. That's
Right. I don't think we're wrong with if I do use them because, you know, gotta go to the quid pro.
Yeah.
And trouble
I'm
with
a quid pro quo big time. Even though Bush is the first person.
Really?
I think quid pro quo is one of my philosophies.
Do, and I want to say, tell me, Lesley, your biggest stake in life is your quid pro quo. You do things for people and you expect things back. The thing is, to get something back, I do it and still do this thing. I have that high of what things people.
Sure.
Karmic quid pro quo.
Oh,
If someone now and 10 years later, they pull you out of the gutter bag of alcohol.
Is that good karma? Yeah. I'd be getting a 7-Eleven donut bin, unfortunately.
Oh, we just imagine you 15 sizes too big. You're one of those people who never get.
Yeah, now, watch out! Wow, he's putting the sugar.
You have a whole Ann Coulter to you.
Do I alter? Do I?
She's a famous conservative commentator.
Okay.
She's real.
Now it looks.
No, she's real thin. Chain smokes, which you don't. But she chain smokes to keep herself thin.
Right, lots of girls.
You just do discipline.
We'll get a whole nother. We gotta talk. I actually wanted to create. My sister Michelle had the idea of creating a show that was a self-help for comics. Thought that would be because we're all a little. We all do.
Yes.
Well, throw us the final jokes before we go.
Final. What can I tell you?
Some just from Lesley.
Dating. Been dating.
Oh God.
Good dating story.
You can't put a comic on one-on-one jokes. I was acting my way over here for $4, and I was crossing the street, and I don't know, you just pumped me up, and I was crossing this, right? I soaked it in. I heard it again. I turned a little bit. You get a better view of my full fur, right? Right. One more time. It's time to make a little eye contact, right? Turned. It's a friggin' traffic light signaling people across. It's been there another couple of seconds. What's with the mixed signals? Final bit. Me. That's a bit. You can see that. You can see that at M-Bar too on Fridays, August 15th.
Plug.
M-Bar.
1253
Where is
North Vine.
Okay.
1253 North Vine. Delicious Italian.
In there, I can recommend the
Run
food.
by Jenna.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Now I got to. Enz Mitchell runs a
And you
fabulous
like
club
food,
every
don't you?
night at the Comedy Union. I know, but she's the best. We're plugging.
Plug.
Hot chick after.
Exactly.
Especially when you're married, you're just going to mentally and just into comedy.
I like that he does them while they do
Yeah, you're just like, oh no, I know what she looks like. Oh yeah, oh she's funny.
I actually show of August because they need some more comedy over there, and why not make them all sexed up in there? When you play Russian roulette and you're laughing.
Russian roulette, yes. Russian. No.
Russian roulette. Sorry, I hate the lag. I have to do this. Let me 5 seconds or it's lunch. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's a slow.
We must say bye.
That was so fun.
I know. It's good times, and the world will be able to see. Literally, we have a world that can be seen by the whole world.
I am so fascinated.
Yes, yes.
I'm excited.
And we're still number 15 or whatever it is. What is that list of
Single.
shows?
Two fellas if you need a date.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Single, but only if you're looking. Only if you have a got a 6-pack of abs.
Oh.
She is worth it. She is worth it.
Nice.
The 6s.
Oh, one more than you got.
No, 6'6". 6-pack abs, cigarette, and at least 6 inches of hair.
The show is getting blue, people. That's comic for change the
Any last thoughts before we go?
I want to thank Duffy for putting on a fabulous show, and want to let you know all you comics that are done on the show. Check it out at www. Well, I guess you're on.
Yes.
Comics. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, you're okay with your wife.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Small but strong.
Well, this is like strong like bull.
A lot of power, a small power.
Very much so. All the women strong will they get? I don't know how that is.
Yeah, because they have to fight for their right.
Yes, they do. Because they know you're bigger than them.
Yeah.
I'm putting my All right, Leslie, it's been great.
Take care. Thank you so much.
And folks, it is August 2003. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.